Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of SubculturedTV, and unlike a massage parlor, today we're going to be talking about animes that had no happy endings.
And with that amazing intro, my name is Jess.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're going to talk about, did these bad endings ruin the anime?
Yep.
Why don't you start us off strong like you started us off in this episode?
So, I've said this many times on the podcast. Darling in the Franxx has to be like the poster child of animes that started off so well and then had like the worst of endings. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to start.
Start with the fact that she became a spaceship.
I mean, everything. The fact that it's not like she just became a spaceship. Her body petrified. And everyone's like, what's happening to her? Meanwhile, she's just out there like a Gundam in space in a bridal outfit.
The bridal outfit really confuses me. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
And then like there's that weird ending scene too where like it's both, it looks like 02 and I always forget the main guy's name as like kids and it looks like they're together.
Oh,
I can't tell if that's like the future and they got reincarnated or if it's like
a dream.
memory.
No, I thought it was like a dream.
Well, it can't be a memory because she wasn't made in a lab.
Yeah.
So, a dream.
Yeah.
But like, why include that? Like, none of us were sentimental about it. None of us were like, oh, what a beautiful dream.
And the thing
It was
is,
just confusing.
they could have ended it right after they fought the person that 02 was made after, right?
Yeah.
Because like that was like the original aliens that came, but then they were like, nah, they ain't not gonna stop here. They gotta go into space. Oh, but we can't go into space. And she's like, nah, fam, I got you.
I got you. Did you know that I have this crazy ability?
Never used it before.
Don't ask how I know how to use it, and don't ask how it works, but I can turn into a spaceship.
So, so here's the confusing part. In this world, spaceships they run because someone mounts another person.
Yep.
Now, my question is, she's a spaceship. Was someone inside of her head, like, mounting another person, or?
No, I think she's both the ship and the people.
Like,
So
the mounting was a construct.
Yeah.
So she's just mounting herself.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It just, the whole bridal thing literally ruined the entire thing for me. Because I know it's supposed to represent something.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it.
yeah. And like, does she have the choice to choose what her ship looks like? Did she choose that spaceship? Or like, if for some reason, right, she never found love and she did the spaceship thing, would she still have been bridal? Was that just her original design? Or was she like, I'm going to give myself a veil?
I have no idea.
But it's
it was
confusing.
really confusing.
And
Yeah.
it ruins the plot they've built up.
It also ruined like her as like a number one waifu, right? Because
Yeah.
we had like that podcast where we talk about our top waifus, and so much of me wanted to put 02 on there, but I couldn't in good conscience just because of how bad that ending was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
And a lot of people really like 02. Like, if you go to a con, like, there's a lot of, like, 02 figures that are very highly coveted. But when I think of 02, the first thing I think of is the spaceship.
Yeah.
And then her being a waifu comes more secondary.
Yeah. And the problem beyond just the spaceship was it left me with so many questions of why did they introduce me to things that were not going to be important. Like, there's that scene where that kid gets lost and in like the underground city world.
Yeah.
And he meets like these adults that like, it seems like they know like what he is, and they seem like they feel bad for him, but they also seem like, oh yeah, he's like a necessary thing that we have to put back out into the world. But then they never explore the city. They never explore like the citizens, why they're underground or anything like this. It's very confusing.
And they really stop any potential of a next season that could explore that, because like, she's a spaceship now.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Like, nothing about this made sense. Like, what? How? Why?
And why is it permanent?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
it permanent?
Well, doesn't she like die during that battle, or does she not?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but it's still weird.
I don't know if I don't think they ever show us what happens to her.
So like in your
Yeah.
mind, decide what happens kind of situation.
Yeah, and it just wasn't necessary. Right?
She flew into the
Yeah.
sun. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Like if based on like what the anime was leading up to, if I had not seen that ending and someone told me that was what the ending was gonna be, I wouldn't believe them. I'd be like, you're a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. She just turned into a spaceship.
Yeah, it was really weird. But I mean, there was like so many mistakes in that anime that like were somewhat unforgivable. Like where you had the girl that was
friend?
that was in love with the main character, and she goes while the guy is like coming out fresh from the hospital after being like choked by a 02, and goes in and like unconsensually takes a kiss from him. You know what I mean? And it was really confusing. Like, I don't understand why they went down a lot of these routes. Because, like, it could have been such a good show.
Yeah.
And that's the part that upsets me.
I think a lot of times when people talk about Darling in the Franxx, like the ship thing is so big
Yeah.
and such a crazy thing to happen that it's hard to let it go.
Yeah.
You know? Like Darling in the Franxx as a show, I would have ranked very high, but the ending does take it down like I think like 2 grades.
Yeah. Boruto fans would call it filler.
So like I don't know. Does for Darling in the Franxx, is the ending bad enough that it ruins the anime? I think kind
so.
of, yeah.
Just because, like, honestly, the ending was so bad. I remember, like, bits of that show.
Yeah.
Like,
But you remember the ending
yeah.
very well.
yeah.
In a bad way.
Yeah.
What I remember is it was so good that everyone was recommending it to everyone when it was coming out. And then that ending happened, and now it's a show that you won't even recommend someone to watch and just say like, hey, don't watch. Like,
Just
the
don't
ending.
finish it.
Yeah. Like no one even makes that recommendation.
Yeah.
It's just like an anime that's now part of anime culture because of 02 and the amazing iconic character they made, but is lost to anime history because no one wants to relive that.
Yeah. So I have a spicy one next for you, which is
Okay.
maybe it's spicy because it's technically up in the air whether this is an anime or not, and it's the last Avatar or
Yeah.
the last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
In
Which one? Korra or?
no, the
No.
first one,
Okay.
one.
The last Airbender.
Yeah, the
actual-
last.
Oh, the last Airbender.
Yeah.
Although Korra can airbend, so she is also an
No,
airbender.
except she doesn't really airbend ever.
Yeah.
She sucks
Weird.
at it.
Well, also, no, he's not the last airbender.
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
But like not real. He was. Yeah. It's hard because he had children. So.
But only one of them was able to airbend.
No.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
other
but
one,
remember
the other
those-
one, the Boomy eventually learned how to airbend.
But remember, there was also some
yeah,
random
even-
kids that can airbend in Korra. So it's like
there's
who knows
that,
where they came
that
from.
that big guy.
Yeah. But see, Korra just sucked. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. Korra has to be like ranked as one of the worst like avatars of all time.
They completely like crapped on Iroh's legacy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, they should have put Iroh to have never come back because, you know,
Because
Let him
Yeah.
rest.
may Mako rest in peace, you know?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
he came back for like one episode in the spirit world or something like that, right?
Well, I'm just talking about like the voice actor did an incredible
Oh,
job. They
yeah.
finished it out by using his understudy, which is fine. But I don't think they should have brought him back. Like, just
At
let
all.
that be it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as an homage to the actor that
That-
brought life to that character.
That song that he sang,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that brought a tear to my eye. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
especially because like as a kid, I didn't really understand it. I just thought it was just him singing for his son. But then when I got older and I realized that was his way of saying goodbye to his fans, I was like,
Yeah.
dang, that is
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the original Last Airbender, one thing that was weird is, and it matches Aang's character, right? On how he didn't unalive Fire King Ozai. He just took away his bending powers, right?
Yeah.
So that's very like him, and he was struggling with it for a long time, you know, during that big like turtle scene and stuff. But like, I mean, he shouldn't be allowed to live. He's
Why not?
murdered so many people.
Right. So here's my take on that, though. Right? If you have the ability to unalive somebody, what's their punishment? They're not there anymore? Cool. You take away the one thing that they identified in, something that made them like terrifying, something that they were able to overwhelmingly dominate people with, and now you take it away. What are they left with? An actual punishment, because now they have a target on their back and they can't defend themselves, and it's like.
I mean, he's in prison. Like he has like. Yeah. Like no one.
Is he actually safe though?
I mean, he didn't die.
Yeah.
No one killed him.
Yeah. But he now he has to live his life in humiliation.
I don't know.
I think that's worse.
I don't think the punishment is enough to justify just not like, you know,
unaliving him. The thing is, like, there are a lot of victims, a lot of people who lost their families because of this guy, right? Like they will never be whole again. Not only just losing their families, but their whole country was desolated, right? They lost everything they worked for.
So do you think Aang should have been the one to do that, or Zuko? Because personally, I think it should have been Zuko.
No, it's Aang. He is the Avatar. See, the thing is,
but the revenge
being
is
an Avatar is not.
He's supposed to be neutral.
It's not a gift. It's a responsibility. You know, you have to
bring
take
balance
on
to the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Ozai was destroying the balance, and you need to bring balance. And if that means unaliving someone, you should be doing it.
Because the thing is, like, I don't even think it's safe to leave a person like that capable of speaking. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
he was a leader.
Like, he could convince people to like do a coup, like risk more lives and doing so.
Yeah, but there was no one strong enough at the time to do that.
Yeah,
like because you have Zuko that at the end of it, because he learned firebending from the dragons. Yeah, now became one of the best firebenders in history. Right, his father was him and Iroh were supposed to be the best firebenders in history at the time, and then because Azula, right, that was her name. Azula just she had her
mental break.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun to watch, right? Like,
it is fun. I don't even consider her a threat anymore.
Yeah.
She can't do anything anymore.
The thing is, I think what really bothered me is the turtle scene happened the episode before the fight.
Yeah.
Right before the fight begins, they're like, "Where is he?" Because he was with the turtle. Now, I'm not convinced that if that didn't happen, that he would have been able to kill Ozai. Like, I don't not able to, as in he couldn't physically, but I don't think he would have. I think he would have like knocked him out unconscious and been like, arrest him, or like pin him down, or like I got him in a like a water cage or like an air cage or something. No,
the whole point was that the other avatars wanted him to end.
Yeah,
and then they were right.
Well, that's the problem. Is it felt too convenient.
Yeah,
like he was literally, the whole thing was that he needed moral dilemma to like, he was in his moral dilemma to like, he's a monk, but here's this evil, right? And then all of a sudden a floating turtle comes to him at the perfect time, literally like at the very last second that could possibly come to him. It felt like a Shakespeare play, right? Where like the beginning is great and then all of a sudden you get to the ending and it's like someone was late to do their like on their deadline. Like,
you know who I think is really admirable? His master, the Aang's master, airbending master at the temple. When the Fire Nation attacked, he sucked out all the air in the room, right? To pretty much unalive every one of those firebenders, and himself included. Now, as a monk, that was wrong of him to do, but he also knew what it meant if he didn't. Yeah. What could have been, right? And he understood that, and he pretty much said, those people's lives, the lives of those around me, are more important than what I view as right in this world. Like, my own set of morals. Like, lives are more important than what thoughts. Aang doesn't think that way. He thinks that and don't get me wrong, I love Aang so much, but that moral dilemma of not being able to unalive Ozai really bothered me, because it felt like he was really putting his own like set of thoughts above the lives of literally everyone in this world.
I mean, he was also like 13 at the time.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
give him that. Yeah.
I feel like the biggest problem I have is people always talk about Aang, and they're like, the reason why he didn't was because that is like his
Character
moral
type.
thing is like he doesn't kill people. Yet, if you actually go back and look throughout the series, like there's a time where he turned into the water spirit and the moon spirit, right? And like, and then went and like pretty much wiped out like
The Fire
thousands
Nation?
of people.
Oh yeah.
And this is like Arctic water, even if they didn't die from like, you know,
The initial,
Drowning?
like,
the drowning,
Yeah.
like they would have probably unalive just from hypothermia.
But the force of that water probably actually did more than drowning.
Absolutely. And like he even like turned over ships with it.
Yeah.
And if you're in a ship, I'm sorry, you're not making it out of that.
Well, even like beyond the force of the water hitting you, like the force of when you're in the water, eventually you're gonna run into something, whether it's a building or a ship or something. That impact, you're gone.
Yeah.
So
even though personally, I don't think that was Aang's call to make, because I think that call should have been made by Zuko.
But I don't think it should have been made by Zuko, because Zuko's character arc was
perfection.
to forget about the past, to not let his past consume him, whether it be revenge or anything like that, right?
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, it's if Aang would have unalived him, right?
Yeah.
Zuko would never have found his mother, which was a massive thing that had to happen for Zuko for him to grow as a person.
That being said,
Which is important, because Zuko needed a clear mind for him to lead the Fire Nation into a new era of peace and to help bring back the fallen kingdoms.
yeah. I don't know. It's a hard one. I think I don't accept that, because we haven't gotten that yet, Chris.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
anime.
You're talking manga. We're talking anime. If you could stick to the plot, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Well, then if we're just sticking with
Anime only.
I still think Zuko should have been the one to like end it, because then he could have made it a public execution to show the world that he's sorry for the Fire Nation.
I think the reason why he shouldn't have been him is it goes back to similar to what Iroh said, in which he said, it's not okay for the world to have seen a brother kill a brother. It wouldn't have been okay to have seen a son kill the father.
Yeah. No matter how terrible the son was, the father was, I don't think the world needed that. I don't think,
because that would have destroyed the Fire Nation.
Yeah, like I don't even if the intent was to show that he's not on Ozai's side, right? To show, oh, I'm his son, but I don't agree with his beliefs. Even if that was the intent of what he wanted to go for, I think people would more so see it as like, oh my gosh, he just killed his father. I don't trust this guy. Like he has no loyalty. The heck? Like I'm out of here, you know? That being said, when it comes to the question, did the bad ending, bad subjective, ruin the anime? I think not.
I don't think it did.
It's a great story.
I rewatch it like every so often.
Yeah, it's like an S tier show.
It's an S tier show, and the ending, it's different from Darling in the Franxx. Where Darling in the Franxx, you're like, ship girl, but when you think of Last Avatar, you're like, oh, Zuko's redemption arc, perfection, right?
And
Iroh, perfection.
Yeah.
You know, what's it called? Aang's like kind of improvement during his journey, you know, meeting all those people. Toph, perfection. You know, like there's so many things that you think of before you get to Ozai.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say it's an anime. I don't care. I understand the definition of the word is like, Japan created it, and the whole concept is that it's animation done in Japan, and it's just the Japanese word for animation. So it's like, okay, well then, by that being said, I can call anything an anime, and I'm just calling it the Japanese version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, it's an anime. I'm sorry.
It's just a median of a way to tell a story.
By now it is. In the past, I get it.
Yeah.
But like these days, no.
And you know, language evolves. Like, and throughout history, language always evolves. Like there might be one initial meaning, but it evolves with the times and how it's used. And I think this is a prime example of it.
I mean, just like the word sick.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't mean I'm sick.
Yeah.
But sick, like, that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
I think the fact that they had Japanese American voice actors for some of these roles, I think was, you know, another reason to like allow of that acceptance.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So we win. Anyway. Yeah, but so I know with other bad takes, Naruto Shippuden has always kind of been
Yeah.
when it comes
So
to endings.
which part of the ending?
There's too many parts at the end.
Like,
The ending is like 7 parts put together.
so here's the thing: when Madara was introduced, I was like, "Oh, the ending is coming! Like this is it." Because mind you, I had never read the manga, so I had no idea at the
Right.
time, and I was like, "This is gonna be it. This is the big bad." I mean, they talked Madara up since,
Yep.
like, I think in Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, actually, in Naruto, they brought like his name up, and then so I just assumed, big bad. Here we go.
Yeah.
And his battles were crazy.
Yeah, he took out like half of the Shinobi force by himself before he got his eyes back.
And like not even breaking a sweat. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm fighting real hard.
And the fact that the guy was able to summon, well, it was like 5 shadow clones, give each of them perfect Susanos.
Was it perfect Susanos? I think
Yeah.
it was imperfect.
No, they were perfect Susanos.
Okay.
They were fully armored up and everything.
Okay.
So I'm assuming, yeah, right?
No, they weren't perfect.
No?
You're talking about against the Kages, right?
Yeah, they weren't perfect.
They weren't perfect. They didn't have the armor.
They didn't have the armor
They
yet?
didn't have the armor yet.
So when did he get the armor?
He only had the armor when... I don't even think he...
Wait,
Are you
wait,
sure you're not thinking of the others?
I'm
like
100%
Sasuke?
positive against the Kages, he didn't use perfect ones.
he didn't?
Yeah,
I could have sworn he did. So then did he just use it when he fought Naruto?
I believe so.
Like Naruto and
'Cause
Sasuke?
he was capable of using it because we know he could use it with...
Kurama.
Kurama, yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe because it was 5 and he had to do that, I think they weren't perfect.
Yeah, but like,
They were full-bodied,
yeah.
but they weren't perfect.
Just-
Jess will look that up.
Yeah,
But-
but like that whole scene, like, so like they were building this guy up to be like the big bad,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they even brought back Hashirama
Yeah.
and all the other like Kages.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm like, oh, this is the big battle. This is
Yeah.
it. And then we get that sleeper bullcrap where, which, hot take, I do think Guy Sensei should have unalived
yeah.
Madara when he opened up the 8 gates. For sure. I think he should have. And I think it was kind of a rip that they just like,
I have an answer for you guys.
what?
It was 25 imperfect
Yeah.
Susanos.
25? Oh, shoot.
25.
I thought it was
against
just 5.
5 Kages. So it was probably that because he had so many, they were imperfect.
But still,
yeah.
regardless, that's amazing.
It wasn't just the Susanoo that he was doing. He was also doing he also did like the meteor. Like
Yeah,
the
2
double
of 'em.
Meteor. Yeah.
2 of them.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe like even at like not at Sasuke's peak, but like when he got the Susanoo and everything, like, and he was not nearly as strong as Madara, but
Yeah.
his was imperfect, and he only had one,
No.
the first one that he
No.
made.
Who? Sasuke?
Sasuke had a
Wasn't
perfect
it
Susanoo.
just the skeleton, not even the
When?
body?
No, he had that at first. Like
Yeah.
when it gets the Kage at the Kage summit,
Yeah.
it was just like the
The
skeleton.
skeleton,
Yeah.
right? Like no armor, but no flesh either.
In the last fight against Naruto, though, he had the ability to do 3 shadow clones with 3 perfect because they combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Or
Like when
no.
he first got it, he had just I remember very distinctly he had just the skeleton, which was a very like so just to like power scale, right? Sasuke after the Itachi fight could only do right after the Itachi fight, the skeleton and won. Comparatively, Madara could do 25 with skin
Yeah.
plus 2 meteors
Yeah, which is-
before he got his like all of his powers back. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just.
And then he's taken out by
Black Zetsu.
Yeah, white and black Zetsu. Or I think it was just black Zetsu.
Yeah.
So
By
that-
like a cheap shot.
Yeah.
And
Because he couldn't see it coming. Meanwhile, he had clones in limbo that should have seen it coming.
Yeah. Well, dude, just the fact he was able to react to Guy Sensei at 8 gates.
yeah.
it just blows my mind. I'm
It
like,
shouldn't have happened.
It's they really messed up.
And they did it just to bring Kaguya back, which was the biggest mistake Naruto could have ever made.
yeah, because now the power scaling is so like
It's messed up.
It's bad.
ridiculous.
It's they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
Like they
and
should.
like that's why they were forced to go back.
Yep.
I mean, I'm kind of thankful because now we're getting like a Minato
Minato,
series.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to getting more like of the previous.
Well, because I want Sakumo.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like I want to see the first war.
Yeah.
Like,
Because imagine seeing Sakumo Hatake like just pop off, like
yeah, 'cause I want to see how he got his title.
Yeah.
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 Is his name Hirozen? The third Kage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The worst one?
I know he was a terrible guy because he didn't look after Naruto.
Yeah.
But I really like his summons.
Oh yeah. Enma.
And I want to see more Enma. I really do.
What really upsets me is Enma shouldn't have like Enma. It seems as if he's died. I mean, or like unalived. But the thing is, it doesn't make sense why that's the case, because Enma wasn't the one that got stabbed and wasn't the one that got the Reaper Death Seal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he dismissed the summon, so it doesn't make sense.
Did Enma die, or is he just like not being summoned by
I
anyone?
don't even think he was, because Enma's like
Kid
is like Konohamaru's summon.
Oh, so just no one's summoning him. He's not dead.
That's the thing, is like, but why isn't Konohamaru summoning him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would assume that Enma's much stronger than his son.
Oh, 100%.
At this
I mean,
point.
Enma was strong enough to where he threatened Orochimaru.
Yeah. And Konohamaru is at an age where he's old. He doesn't need a weak summon to grow up with.
I think he's probably in his mid-20s.
Mid-20s,
Yeah.
30s
Ish.
probably. Well, you got to think like Boruto's like
10,
10.
12, something.
Naruto at the end of it was probably like...
Well, at the end of Shippuden, he was 17.
Yeah.
But, you know, after...
Or 16.
There was a time skip before he got married, and you can assume there was some time before they had children. Or you can even think of it like, when would Sakura and Sasuke have children, right?
Yeah,
Or some
so
of those
let's just
kids.
say... Because he became Hokage, I think... I can't remember what the manga said. Like 20...
I would believe
something.
Naruto should be around the 32-ish mark. So that would put Konohamaru at like a 27 mark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need a weak summon to grow up with. Or not weak, but like
Yeah.
a medium, you know?
Well, it'd be like Gamakichi, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Gamakichi when he was young isn't gonna do anything.
yeah.
Which is why Naruto was able to summon him when he was just a kid.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, but I hated how it all ended.
Yeah.
It's probably because Konohamaru is not strong enough to summon Genma.
Don't you
no,
dare!
I
don't
know,
you dare
I know,
say that to
I know
me.
he should be stronger, but he's not. I know what he should be, but
Even in the
Boruto
even
said
in-
he's not.
Even in the OVA, he's stronger.
but
You need a large, massive pool of chakra. He created like 100 shadow clones, each with Odama Rasengan.
I think his chakra pool is big enough. I'm saying he is not strong enough.
Don't you dare spit on that. man.
That's probably what it is. Hey, he got the nerf, all right?
He got the Psy nerf.
So
He got a Sai and a Rock Lee nerf.
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Rock Lee?
Both of them, they're dead to me.
They're-
As they should be.
When Rock Lee couldn't open the 8 gates, nothing. He's nothing.
Because either he couldn't or he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And either way, it's just as bad.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. Like, that show really, like, honestly, if it would have ended at the pain arc, I would have been a little upset, but I would have accepted it.
Wasn't there an original like ending that he was planning that he had to elongate?
Yeah, so originally, I guess the plan was for it to end at Madara.
That would have been amazing. Just
But-
like before Madara gets super strong, right?
Like, no, he was supposed to get, like, super strong
Oh.
still, but not, like, 10 tails strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not like the 25 Susanos and the
No,
Kyuubi
he was
years?
supposed to get all that.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was still supposed to get like that. Because remember, the only person on Earth that could have taken him on was Hashirama.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
like,
So he was never supposed to get like
because technically,
6 paths.
no. Because, like, technically, Hashirama, he's supposed to have like pretty much as like limitless chakra as you can get, because he's technically the first.
Touch the tree or whatever.
Sage.
He's the reincarnation of the first sage's son.
Yeah, no, but no, it's not that. No, like a sage, like like there's a sage mode.
Oh yeah,
that's the whole reason why he can use what style of jutsu.
Yeah,
is that he's supposed to actually have close to limitless chakras that we were supposed to have.
Yeah,
and which is fine. I can live with all that.
Well, he's the only person that's ever been able to summon the have the summoning of like the 8 like gates of like 8 deity gates.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And like him and Madara fought for like 3 days, was like 3 or 4 days straight in the Valley of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like obviously you have to have a dumb amount of like chakra to have that happen in the first place. So I would have been fine with all that because I can make myself be okay with it.
Yeah.
What I can't make myself be okay with is that the fact that he gets like speed blitzed out of nowhere, gets stabbed right through the stomach
by Black Zetsu, a weak character.
The weakest character in the Akatsuki.
Yeah. I don't believe that Black Zetsu is even that fast to have gotten the sneak shot in, because that would imply that he's faster than Might Guy.
Yeah.
That would imply that he's faster than literally anyone that Madara has passed.
Then Naruto, Sasuke.
Yep.
Then anybody.
Then Sasuke with the Rin Sharingan.
Yeah.
The ability to switch places.
Yeah. Dog, that's such a busted move, but I love it. In the movie, when like they got him in the chain, and he's like, "No, you're in the chains." I died laughing. I thought that was so peak.
I don't want to ruin something about Mashle, but I found out something about Mashle.
Don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it. I don't know where this is coming from, but don't say it.
Granted, I read the manga, so I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen the next season. It'll probably happen like the 3rd.
Yeah.
Is it like Rin Sharingan related one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just wait. Don't worry.
Okay. So did that ending ruin the anime?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it ruined the future of Naruto.
Yeah.
Yes, but not the anime.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's so long, there's so much of it that's good, that it's any one bad thing really couldn't ruin it as a whole.
Yeah, no, but I am upset about how the Boruto treatment is. And like I know it has its fan base and that's cool. And like the manga is good. I wouldn't say it's S tier, but it's good.
But the manga still has power scaling issues.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue that it has is it's a massive power scaling issue. And it's not like a show because originally the show was about ninjas.
Yeah.
It's
like Cowboys versus Aliens on a manga.
That's so funny. When you said that, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because originally, like I remember seeing the fight between Zabuza and Kakashi.
Yeah.
Seeing, dude, how many hand signs they had to wield just to summon that sea dragon thing.
Yeah.
And now
it wasn't even that strong.
No, and but it was so cool.
Yeah.
Right. And I know I forget. I watched some video where it was explaining that the reason why every hand seal that you do is because you're molding chakra inside your stomach and yada yada yada. And like the more experienced you get, the less chakra that you have to mold.
And now they're just like.
Yeah, it just.
I hate that so. That gave me such bad vibes, like the whole, and then anything you want will happen.
Yeah, and I get it, right? With repetition, things get better, 100%.
Yeah.
But the issue becomes that I'm like, they still have to weave something.
Yes.
Give me at least 2 signs.
Yeah, at least give me at least the one sign that they do.
Yeah.
Like it should be different. Like don't do this for everything. Like maybe some are this and some are these and some are these and some are like it's okay if it's just one hand sign, but give me something that's not just this.
Now when people summon, you don't even get to see them bite their finger.
Yeah.
Now they're just boom.
They're I have blood in my hand. Who's to say it needs to be outside of my hand?
Which is weird because I thought the whole point of a summons that you're supposed to
it's like a blood. It's a blood contract.
Yeah, it's a blood contract. So you need to. Yeah.
No, they said their blood. They're doing the same thing. It's just that they're but the blood is just separated by a layer of skin. Don't worry about it. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I know, but that's so whack.
I know.
Yeah. And
again, it's not their fault. It's where they were left off.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think it was. It's none of the writer's fault. It's more of just. I think it's Shueisha. Right?
Is that the company?
Yeah.
Production company.
Yeah, I think it's Shueisha.
Because they're constantly forcing them to put out filler because in the beginning when the manga, when the anime came out, the reason why there was so much filler was because the manga hadn't caught up. And then I don't know why they didn't eventually catch up to the manga. They just started, they just kept producing filler. Because, the manga is much further along.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be that much filler it doesn't have to be 70% filler.
Yeah.
But
Are you
for
talking about
some
Boruto?
reason, they just,
Are you talking about Boruto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have just kept it. So, I don't know, but that's always been how Naruto is, right? And in the beginning, I get it, because, Naruto even Shippuden started in the age where simulcasts, weren't really as much of a thing.
Yeah, because
right?
they were picking up 5 or 6 things
it wasn't
every season.
Yeah.
It was here's a series,
Right.
But now it's
Yeah, it's inexcusable.
it's unexcusable.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I am just overall upset with the power scaling that it had to go, and Boruto came out, and it was just, I don't know. I missed the ninja aspect of it.
So do I.
Yeah.
But we'll get that with
Hell's Paradise.
well, no, Minato.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Because they have to revert back to the
Which
old
I'm so
power
excited
scaling.
for.
Yeah.
You know.
Here's something we can all agree on. The ending of Full Metal Alchemist, not Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad.
Because I can't remember anything.
Well, not only that, but they just redid it. They were like, oh, yeah, we get it. We know where we went wrong. And then they said, completely, the first season might be exactly the same, but here it is. Enjoy the actual real ending that you deserve. You know how hard it is to get production companies to just redo something? Soul Eater. Full Metal Alchemist was so bad that they just were like, don't worry.
They did a good job with the live action.
Stop. I will say Brotherhood, they did it right.
Yeah, I loved
so
Brotherhood.
happy.
Brotherhood, there's a reason why that's known as the gold standard of what anime should be.
Yeah,
Ain't no Oshinoko.
Oh, hot take.
the scene where, what's his name, with the
Mustang
and the scene I'm talking about,
Lust,
with
right?
Lust, and
Yeah.
he just, it's so
my
powerful.
My favorite line is from that. It's from that scene. He was like, "You're immortal. Let's put your name to the test." And when he was just it is back and forth, just lighting her on
and
fire.
You just hear the screaming again and again.
And it was jacked up too, because he slightly let her regenerate just to
Let the pain receptors come back. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that it's one of the greatest moments.
But that was the easy one, because did it ruin the anime? Yes, and that's why they redid it.
Yeah, it had to get redone, which is bad.
And I really wish they would redo Soul Eater now that Fire Force is such a big hit.
Well,
I need it redone.
First they need to finish Fire Force, animated wise.
No, just have two. Why can't it run at the same time?
What?
Because
it's a prequel.
So?
No. You have to let the prequel finish, then we can get Fire Force.
Okay, but with
Soul Eater,
and then we can get his third work.
Yeah, then we get his third
work goes in between, right? The two?
No, I think it's futuristic, because it's more so around robots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't want to wait that long. I want both at the same time.
Well, look,
I
on the
love
bright
Soul Eater.
on the bright side, Fire Force is finished. So we don't technically they don't have to wait.
Yeah.
They could just bang that thing out. But take your time with it.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot. I love the show, but I really hope they do Soul Eater again one of these days, because I need Soul as the what is it?
That's the death side?
Yes, a death side.
Yeah.
It's such a cool development that he deserves.
Yeah, well, they also brought in so many characters, right, that we didn't really get to see pop off, like the other death sites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There's 10 of them, right?
Yeah. There's I think the Holy Guy is pretty darn sick.
Really
Oh.
Yeah. Or the guy that's always talking about coffee.
Oh yeah. What does he say? Mandolin?
Yeah, and then Death goes mandolin.
Yeah.
and strums a mandolin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be a big hit, don't you?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a huge hit.
Something I would like to see in addition, there's two things I would like to see if he could come out with them. I'd like to see the first pyrokinetic war with Benimaru and
as a prequel to
As
that.
like a little short or like a movie.
As a prequel, like or as a movie, like before
Yeah.
Fire Force, because like they were supposed to be soldiers from like the revolution, and that would be sick to see. Because I mean, Benimaru
It's a beast.
is a beast.
Yeah.
The other one I would like to see would be a little bit more into like what's his name? Excalibur.
Ooh,
I'd like to see
his
Excalibur's
origin.
backstory.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Because how did he become a Death Scythe?
No,
yeah.
don't tell us. Wait.
No, I don't
there-
know.
Yeah, I was going to say. At first I said don't tell us, but I was like, wait, I looked it up and I couldn't find
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. Stop
I-
spoiling things, Chris.
I was like, I was like, I don't know anything.
Sometimes if I don't like stop you guys early, you'll just like get into the spoiler and like I want to enjoy it. I want to watch it. It's like when there's something that I 100% know I'm going to watch,
Yeah.
I don't want to be spoiled. If I'm on the fence about it, I don't mind.
Oh, you know what? I know a bad ending.
Huh.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh.
Like when I say that first
You
season,
mean that anime that you recommended that we watch?
yeah, yes,
That one?
yeah, the first
Does
season.
it ruin the whole anime series?
I think the first season is so strong, it doesn't. But it's literally that first season is one
Like
of the
only good season.
no, it's not even good, dude. It's one of the best first seasons you'll ever watch in your entire life.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I will 100% fight on that just because if you can find a slightly uncensored version that's going to be better, just because then otherwise random parts of your screen are just going to be black.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's just going to be like, because like there's a scene where Kaneki is laying on the floor just covered in
Bleeding.
blood and you literally see this much of his face.
Which is so nuts because I swear, like nowadays, like blood is like so normal.
Yeah.
Even in Demon Slayer, an anime that a lot of kids watch,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
so much blood and beheadings, like, but it's not like censored beheadings. It's like you see the head like rolling.
Yeah.
You see like the blood spurting from the top of their neck. Like it's insane, these graphics.
Which I don't understand why that's my only complaint about that show, like that season, is that there are things that are censored that shouldn't be censored.
Probably because it's just at a previous time, maybe? I don't know. When did
maybe.
it come out?
2010?
Okay, so it could just be that maybe back then it wasn't as gory and that was
Yeah.
like an exception.
Maybe.
So
That needs a redo.
I have one that needs a redo. 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah. Just from the third season on. Like,
Well, can we just get season 1 animation? Because season 2, the animation dropped off a little bit.
A little bit.
But because they like added characters like Escanor and the commandments, right? Like it was still hype.
yeah.
But then like it was just unspeakable what they did to every single animation afterwards. They had a movie where they put a little bit more budget in that, was fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I
But-
liked it. I thought the
Yeah.
animation was great.
Yeah, but like then it goes back to being completely bad. People were like, "Oh, but like the Escanor scene that they gave him at the end was
Still
like,
wasn't good.
And I'm like, it wasn't good. Like if you gave me season 1 animation with that, it would have blown it away.
Yeah. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like, because we were talking about, some fan did this.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably worked hard. He did a good job, bro. But then when you tell me a professional studio
Yeah.
did this with money, and I'm like,
They were like,
Someone
let's
was-
take that
someone was
Netflix
embezzling the
bag
money.
and
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
No, it's honestly like that. Yeah.
I was like,
Did
what
they
did you do?
change studios or is it the same studio?
No, they changed studio.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and the crazy thing is, you literally like just watch season 1. Like, just watch season 1 of that anime, and you'll see how much like it looked like blood, sweat, and tears went into the creating that, and then whatever they did at the end.
Like that was so bad
Yeah.
that it makes me not want to watch the sequel.
Well,
It's so bad that I've never, like recently, I have not heard a single 7 Deadly Sins recommendation.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's so bad, like, no one in good conscience will recommend it as an anime because they know where it leads, which speaks so much because like even if season 1 was beautifully animated, like it doesn't really make up for 3 and 4. I don't think enough to watch it. Didn't you not even watch it?
I didn't finish it.
I watched it.
Oh, I thought you didn't watch the last season.
I did.
Okay.
But I'm also a completionist, so I kind of have to watch things.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, okay. It was you that didn't finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to read the manga for once in my life.
Yeah. If it's that bad that you love that anime and you can't even finish it.
It was really bad. It was like unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like people just don't studios just don't know what the people want.
You can't even blame them on that one. That one was a lack of care.
And just, I don't know if they were heavily rushed.
That was like malicious.
Yeah. Like
No, I think they took the bag and ran.
Yeah,
I think so.
Because I'm like, what? It looks like someone did this on their laptop. And just like found some random free animation like software you can do. And, you know, like, let me just draw this up really quick.
There was more time put into Meliodas catching one spear in season 1 than all of season 4 combined.
Yeah, bro, that scene was so dope.
Yeah, or like the fight between, like the first fight in like the forest, like the misty forest between him and Gale Thunder.
Yeah, yeah.
Rip.
I
Unfortunate.
still love that line, what he used to cry for help.
Oh yeah.
As I'm stronger than all the 7 deadly, or was it all 7 deadly sins put together?
Yeah.
Because that's, you know,
That was like something that Meliodas like had told him when he was younger.
yeah.
Food Wars. Oh wait, sorry. Does it ruin the anime? I'm
Yes.
gonna go with yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Now going on to Food Wars, because I just gotta say, up until every season except the last season, I was like, this is an amazing anime.
100%.
Right? Amazing. The care and effort they put into everyone's abilities to balance and really give depth. And then the last season, we get Cross.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But Cross wasn't even the worst one. You had the guy
chainsaw.
juggling the ball to like create enough friction to heat up the stuff inside of the like juggling balls.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because it has the ridges.
there is no way
Or
that's humanly possible.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Which
the claws. You guys remember the claws?
Yeah. That's
oh yeah. Like okay.
And they were like all chefs for criminal like enterprises or whatever. And I was like, what?
The thing is, before that, the most unreasonable one was the big guy that can copy other people's dishes.
Mimakasa.
Yeah.
But he has to put so much effort into copying someone and doing so much research.
Which I don't even think that's unrealistic.
Exactly.
Though.
It's a little unrealistic, but it's doable. It's not more unrealistic than the other things, being able to smell.
Yeah, I just think
like a million spices.
Or the god tongue.
Yeah, but like
that one was
that seems so doable compared to you can pick up just anyone's cutting utensils and getting all the skills of that chef, every single thing they can do. That's ridiculous. And then the way that he says cross really gets me. I just hate it so much. It sends shivers down my spine with how cringe it is.
That was pretty bad.
Well, it was cringy. It's at the end. Wait, can we see the ending?
Yeah, it's so long ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
When they essentially became owners of the school.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to tell me that...
When they're still in school.
Yeah. And, I believe you. She's a great chef. Does she know how to handle financials?
Forget about that. Is she going to fail herself?
Yeah.
Oh, Erina,
4.0.
you get to be valedictorian.
Does she know how many times the gardening has to come in? She doesn't know shit about actually running a school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Soma's never there, even though he's number one or seat 1, whatever.
And oh my gosh, what really, really frustrates me is I read the epilogue on the manga.
There's an epilogue?
There's an epilogue because there's no epilogue in the anime, but there's an epilogue on the manga. They're still not together 5 years in the future.
What?
Yeah. But at least the anime kind of left that up in the air for people to understand.
No, it's like
You know what
5
I
years
mean?
in the future. Basically, like he says, like, "Oh, I'm in town," and so everyone comes over to Yukihira Diner to eat his food, and like they eat his food, and then she like kind of judges it, and they're like happy, but it's very, very clear that they are not in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's
In
so
fact,
dumb.
can I just say the romantic tension is less than in the anime?
It's because he's with Megumi now.
Is that
Like
what it
he
is?
should have been.
No.
No, it's so ridiculous. Like, just give us what we want. It's a
Yeah.
time skip. Don't give it to me then.
Yeah.
Don't give me an epilogue.
So
then.
do you think it ruins the series though?
No, I don't,
don't
think,
think it does.
I don't think it ruins the series. I do think it goes from like an S class, like an S tier show to like an A.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Because
do think
of
so
it.
too.
Yeah.
Like, without the last season, I would have been comfortable with an S, but I would give it maybe an A minus because that last season is full of ridiculousness, and it's not one episode. It's
That's
not
it.
one concept. It's the whole season.
Yeah, it's the whole season.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was bad.
Like, it's gonna get better. Every episode, I'm like, it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
It's gonna get better. It never got better.
No. And like that one guy that brought all of his friends to come and shake the thing with him to make the panna cotta.
Oh yeah. I was like, what?
Do you know what I actually did like about the ending though of Food Wars is at least the second seed is who it should rightfully be,
Ishiki?
Ishiki.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I just have to say this too. One thing that I really hate about the show, one scene that I really hate about the show, okay? Not in
Tentacle?
the last, no. Not worse than that to me. And it's not even the last season. It's during the finals when it's Soma versus
Ayama?
yeah, and
Ryu?
Ryu.
Yeah. Ryu, yeah.
And he makes like a fish, right? And he's like, the best seasoning is no seasoning. I wanted to kill myself. I was so mad. I was
Wait,
like-
I don't remember that scene.
so
at all.
Yeah.
his whole thing is he's the spice master, right?
Right.
So everyone thought he was gonna come up with this beautiful blend of
So
spices
they came
for the
out
fish,
with like
right?
really
Yeah.
intricate
And
blends themselves.
but his final dish had zero seasoning, zero, not even salt.
Yeah.
Zero seasoning because he said the flavors of so he served pretty much just the unseasoned raw fish in one
Yeah.
because they said
And people are like, this is his specialty.
yeah, because they said the fact that he understands spices so well that he knows when not to use them.
Yeah.
The fact like puts him and he won because of that.
Oh, I don't remember that. It's
It
funny.
is so infuriating.
I'm like, since when do you not put fish or spice on fish?
That was literally the final battle. Like that determined
That's
the
funny.
number one,
Yeah.
Funny.
and that's how he.
It was a little whack.
He just served just the fish, just
Yeah.
no seasoning. It made me so upset because of that. You know what? B.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that scene. It's a B.
Are there any other ones that you guys have? I feel like we're definitely missing some.
I have. I think that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's all I have.
All right.
Well, you know, that's a good thing. We got to think of this as a good thing because that means that animes are not.
These are only animes that we cared enough about.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of animes with bad endings, but that's
But
because
they're
they had
just bad.
everything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Or things that were so bad we forgot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I do have one more bad ending,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys haven't watched the series. I will tell you anyways. It's Dragon Ball GT was the worst.
You mean just Dragon Ball?
No. Dragon Ball ended brilliantly. Okay, it's GT. Literally the worst ending that
To
you
Dragon
say
could
Ball.
imagine.
Dragon Ball ended is such an overstatement.
Dragon Ball Grand.
Dragon Ball
Grand
did end. Then there was Dragon Ball Z, and now you have Super. So,
So it really didn't end.
it did end.
No.
That's like me saying like, well, like let's pretend that Food Wars hasn't ended, right? But that's like me saying like, oh no, Food Wars ended. We're on Food Wars, second plate. Like, you see how
No,
stupid that
no,
sounds?
no,
But
be-
Food Wars ended. Like, it's not.
No, because in Dragon Ball, Vegeta wasn't in it. In Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta was.
So does the Z stand for Vegeta or what?
No,
Like,
Z stands for the Z Warriors.
and what does GT stand for?
Grand Theft.
Yeah, because that's what it was. So it was.
Does it
No,
stand for that?
no.
What does it stand
I have no idea what GT stands for.
I have to find out.
It's a pile of crap, is what it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that the one where the author wasn't in it?
Yeah, Toriyama stepped away from it.
That's probably one that like Jess would like.
GT.
Imagine. That's
Oh,
like the
bro,
one that
I
she
would
ends
be like, I might have a brain aneurysm.
Grand Tour.
So it's literally just the same as like racing. It's just Grand Tour.
Yeah, it was just, that was a pile of crap.
Can you show the camera your tattoos just so everyone knows what a huge fan you are? That it's huge that he's saying this.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he even got Goku on his arm.
Oh my gosh. No. It's Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans.
Your Vegetas.
Look, I'm just saying, when you run out of ideas that you have to make Dragon Balls, that's how you make wishes, turn into bad guys. Because
What?
yes, you ran out of
This
ideas.
is just like the Zanpakuto arc.
Oh, that's relevant now.
I know it is.
Yeah,
I know it is. But you got to understand, when it first came out, it was posed as a filler. They said it was a filler. And so you could see how ridiculous that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but except this is just, it was so dumb. But yeah, so I want to throw a little Dragon Ball into there. So
Wow.
yeah, that was just a bad ending.
All right.
And a bad beginning, huh?
So there you guys have it. Chris doesn't like Dragon Ball.
Oh
once
my
again.
He's
gosh.
a
No.
big fan.
No.
And on that note, we're done.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know if there's anything we're missing in the comments.
All right. Bye.